Ladies and gentlemen, live from T-Briz Studios, it's the Adult Baby Show.
I'm a sweet boy.
I'll let a girl suck any part of me. I mean, honestly.
It's just in my mouth, just.
Oh, like, I'll try anything once.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Except getting to work on time.
You just ruined my day. Fuck your day.
Oh, let's get the feet involved.
It's not a nut. Maybe I shouldn't say that out loud with you.
Some people
Yeah.
are absolutely
Uh-huh.
disgusted by me.
He ain't lying.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Adult Babies Podcast, episode 269. I am B.
Chick.
I'm Ryan.
And I'm Neil Rubenstein.
He's
There he
back.
Hi, everybody.
I mean, you're at this point just like a fourth member of the
fourth
podcast.
mic. Yeah.
We were saying, me and Chick were like, we should get another guest just to show that we do have other guests every once in a while.
That's a good idea.
We'll get another guest.
I disagree with that. I disagree with that idea.
That thing's gonna be in my head all night long.
Yeah.
This boo thing.
You better nail your bits,
Yeah,
guys.
Jesus, it's a lot of pressure. How you doing?
Hi. How
Good
are
to
you
have
guys
you back.
doing?
Good. I'm doing good.
I'm doing great.
I'm doing.
Tricks on the come up.
I have so many questions for everybody. I just want to catch up.
Well, let's do it.
So, how's the job search?
It's going. Like I said, I had a final interview. Praying I get it.
And is it also truck driving?
No.
What is this?
I will be working in the fudge industry.
Isn't it perfect?
Doing what? Making it?
No, not making it.
Chick fell in the fudge again.
It's more about business, like a development role where I help develop leads and qualify leads and
To sell
customers.
fudge?
Yeah, exactly.
I got a job around the corner making lemonade.
We're all switching industry. But yeah, man, that's my story. So I'm
Positive vibes.
And
Positive.
that's something you want. That's like you.
the job.
The
I
job
actually,
looks sick.
yeah, no, it seems like a very good fit for me. I'm, send out good wishes. I hope I get it.
All right, you got my.
I'm praying for you, bud.
Yeah.
I need it.
We can give you one of these.
Yeah, give me a yes.
Yes.
I never
Yes.
understood the YAS.
Yes, queen.
Yes.
It's actually appropriating gay culture.
Yeah.
Is that what that is? Oh, all right. I'm
Yas.
I'm
It's
just
the Yas
Yes,
Yas.
queen.
Oh,
I mean, I guess I didn't have to
okay.
do the voice too. It was yes, queen.
Yeah.
Queen. Yes. Yeah.
I had no idea that's what that was.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I believe Bowen Yang started it.
Is that who started?
No.
No.
Bowen,
Being an
yeah.
asshole. And how was the wedding? That's really what. That's the.
Yeah. What? Somebody got married. I didn't even know. We didn't talk about
Yeah, my
this last
sister
week.
got married. Yeah. Saturday
Somebody,
night.
just somebody.
Because I didn't know who. Like,
No,
we
I'm
literally,
with you.
We went nowhere into it last week. Granted, there was a lot of topics that
Yeah,
we missed.
there's a lot we didn't. You even said there was stuff you wanted to bring up that we didn't get to.
Yeah, we
so.
didn't.
Oh,
Yeah,
you
my
guys
sister
went
got
this week?
married.
We'll see.
At the place that she met her now husband, which was at the Stereo Garden. That's where they met, which was where
Oh.
Neil used to work when it was the Emporium.
Yep.
So
When it was
a
cool.
lot of things. So and I did a best man's. Well, that wasn't the best man, but I did a toast. But I funny because we did a show there once years and years ago. I think you were on a hiatus, right? I
I
don't
wasn't doing. I was just booking.
think you were just booking. So yeah, you booked, but we booked a couple good shows. I think Monroe Martin was on my show. I hosted and Monroe Martin headlined.
And Sean, I believe Sean Donnelly. No.
Maybe Sean. Tim Dillon definitely did the week before. It was Tim Dillon headlined one. Monroe Martin headlined another one.
Okay.
Nice.
I think Sean Donnelly headlined one.
Yeah. So I was saying like I'd never, but everyone in my family thinks Janice is the funny one. Like
You've said that, yeah.
Yeah, she's. But so I brought that up. I said I'm like I performed it before. I've literally got paid to do comedy, but everybody thinks that she's the funny one. It's really annoying. But she is actually very funny. But yeah, it was awesome. Awesome wedding. Very unique.
You like giving speeches?
Yeah, I'm a attention.
Well, that's why I wasn't sure
Yeah.
if you like,
Yeah, it was mostly I did a lot of jokes, and I was just saying
like
to
a
my other
bit.
sister that I wish I did more sentimental things towards you, because I also am very sentimental, and I have a lot of things to say. Like they're the perfect couple for each other. Like they just they go to Disney together. Any couple that enjoys Disney together, I'm like, well, that's it. You made it. Like that's
Yeah.
you know what I mean. Like that's you found each other.
How long have they been together?
A couple years. Yeah, a couple years, and just yeah, it's such a good fit.
Is that the same guy that I met at that Super Bowl party forever ago?
No. Yeah, no. Thank God.
He wasn't such a great fit.
He's like, oh, he wasn't a good fit.
Yeah,
He
I
hated Disney.
A, you got to say that now, but also B, truthfully, thank God. Yeah.
So you just said something that I found interesting because I feel like I feel the same way, kind of. You love attention, but you don't want to get it when it's not your turn for attention, right? Like if you're at a concert, you don't want to be like, you don't want to people to be staring at you or whatever. But if it's like, hey, will you give a toast? You're like, yes,
yeah, absolutely. And even like when we're walking out, so. And you got like everyone's like, oh, what kind of dance are you gonna do? And I'm like, I also already have to walk the line of being the attention whore guy,
right?
So I'm like, I gotta pick my spots. I'm not gonna like go out with some dance, and I'm like, I gotta just walk out, and it's not my time. I said, my time is during the speech. I said, I can't. You know,
I got it.
I already made a comment like during the ceremony. I made a comment like and after I did, I'm like, really, I needed to talk now. Like this is not my time to talk. And like I regretted it instantly.
You can't peacock
but it was
throughout
a
the whole
funny.
wedding.
So my sister had her vows on her phone, and I was holding a phone. So she was like, I kind of like, oh, it's vow time. So I had to walk over and give her the phone, and she nailed it. Like both their vows were like truthfully, like so great. So then he was like, "Oh, how am I going to follow that?" So I leaned over the mic. You want to just read this one again? Like, I gave him the phone, and then after that, I was like, "I didn't need to do that."
You overthinking too
Who
much, though.
officiated?
Just a local friend of ours who's actually he's a funeral director at the local. We all went to high school with him.
Jeez.
Yeah,
One-stop shop, huh?
yeah.
Well, next time anyone gets married, I officiate weddings.
Are you ordained,
ordained,
or whatever?
yeah.
I got
Wow.
ordained.
I wonder if they would have known that.
And I'm pretty.
You would've-
I'm pretty fucking good.
No, you could not have been better. Could not have been worse than this guy.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I feel bad saying that because but it's not that he wasn't. He was bad. It was fine. It was just like he didn't do anything. He just
Right.
like
He just did it as Blaine.
It was like literally like your vows. Here's your rings. You're married. Like there was nothing more. It was nothing to it.
Because he was a funeral director. Did you get?
He's
to
also the guy in charge. I don't know if anybody knows this, but there's the witch in St. James. You know the witch.
We
Witch
pass it
Farms?
all the time, and I meant to ask.
And I never know why it's there.
What
So
is that?
that went up 40 years ago. It was like just for a season. It was supposed to go up, and then it was like, oh, that's going to be our thing. So then it was just up forever. But it was like. It was nice. Not that it was nice. It was always like a paper mache, 40. It was like a 50-foot paper mache witch. It was garbage. But then it started crumbling and falling apart. And then this guy who officiated, he was like a local,
Jack of all
yeah,
trades.
he's like the mayor of St. James in Smithtown.
Is he?
He raised money to
Renovate
do
it.
I hate the thing. I when it was going down, like finally this thing can be gone. And then like it started coming down, like, oh, finally it's coming down. And then I've come to find out it's coming down because they're re-raising it, and with like the money that he raised, they're gonna re-put it up. So I was telling Cheryl,
It's a permanent stay
I'm
now.
I'm gonna wait until they like do ribbon cutting of it,
Destroy
and then
it.
I'm gonna shoot a flaming arrow through it.
Why do you hate it? I kind of like.
It's gross.
I saw it today.
it doesn't
It's-
look like a witch.
No, there's like a different one. Is it a new one up now?
That's what it used to look like. What it looks
Okay.
like now is what it used to look like. That's
All right.
like now it's just a head. Yeah. So anyway, this is the
this
same
one
guy.
looked new. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
Did you get to do sentimental stuff?
At the end, I did, yeah. But like I did a lot of jokes up front, and
It's
then
like roast. I kind of saw some of them.
yeah. And then I was telling Neil, I said I stole a joke from Best Stelling's latest special, and I don't know how I feel about that because I wasn't performing as a stand-up, and like a normal person. You can like take whatever you need for your speech. Like it doesn't really matter. But if like once you become a comic at any point, you almost feel like you can no longer tell a
You
joke.
have a new set of rules.
You have, no, in any circumstances, like any speech, it's like we see you as somebody different, and you shouldn't be telling other people's jokes.
Right.
And I almost went to the breakfast after I said it. So she says a joke. She talks about her sister in a special, and she's like, "I've known my sister a really long time." She goes, "My mom introduced us."
Yes.
And I just thought that was so funny. It was like such a simple, short line, and I was talking about how like this toast is going to be Janice heavy. It's just because I've known her a lot longer than Al. I've actually known her my whole life. My mother introduced us.
Yeah.
So I was like, I wanted to say that's a best-selling joke. I went to the microphone, but
That
nobody
would
cares.
confuse people.
Yeah, and you're like,
is
what's
Beth,
happening?
Like
Yeah.
a cousin?
Yeah.
Who telling?
So I just kept it moving. But then, my other sister Karen posted like like a clip of it, and she happened to post that part. I'm like, out of all the things
Out of
that I said,
all
you had to
the
pick the one
things.
joke that I stole. Everything else was original. And then some sentimental things towards the end about just
Nice.
they're both like very
Weddings are good, man. That's
original.
always good.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah.
Danced.
Yeah, the wedding I officiated, like it felt just. It was Halloween, so I should wish them a happy anniversary. But it felt like so nice to be like a part of that. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Like it's not me, but like, I mean, you guys know me. Like, I'm always like, oh, like you like this, my friend. Pablo likes this. You should hang out with Pablo, and
Yeah.
I'll do like a
you're great
group
with
text introducing you to Pablo. Like I love that,
Yeah.
and then this is like the ultimate version of that.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I get to fucking join you guys, like in the eyes of whatever Lord you believe in, or
Court.
God, or
United
whatever.
States-
Yeah,
United
or
States
court.
government.
Yeah, like
I
whatever,
like Lord.
whatever the bullshit thing you fucking believe in. Like that's you. I would love like. Oh yeah, like, let me do that. That's great.
And the problem with what this guy did is he spent the only talking he did at the front was talking about how honored he was to be in the position. And that was like he talked about that for like 2 minutes about like I'm really so honored to be here and doing this, and I've known you for a long time. And it's like talk about like marriage, talk about like why people love each
I kind
other.
of like that move, to be honest.
But what he did?
Yeah, I feel like that's something I would do.
But
I
it was
wouldn't
like,
harp
but it was like,
over it.
But it was like all he.
That was it.
That was like the only really.
Yeah, you got to do
thing
some
that
of
he
the.
did,
Yeah.
You talk about what is marriage? Why do we get married?
I probably would have, why are we here? And that's what I would have stopped. I'm not a huge marriage guy.
Well, to make it all about me, what I did, I talked like I was like whether you believe in whatever the fuck you believe in or not, like we're here for love, and it's like not only
Just watch your hand because you're blocking the chick's face when you.
Oh,
you know,
sorry,
That's all right.
sorry.
My face is okay.
not just their love,
Yeah.
but like our love for them. Like that's why we're here is. And I was just like, and like I got to.
I'm gonna steal that if I ever be.
I was like,
No, that's a great. That's perfect.
I heard the Benningtons. One of the cast members of the Benningtons got married, and they were talking about the wedding, and they were saying about how her vows were so touching, and how she was like, as soon as I met you, I knew your soul from, I feel like I knew you from before. And she goes, and if, in our next life, I'm going to find you. In the life after that, I'm going to come find you. Like, I'm going to find your soul no matter where it is. I was like, Jesus Christ, that's powerful. I was like, well, I like that.
seems
Like, it's intense, but I'm like, I like that. Like, that's like, I like being like intense about that.
yo, but I kind of would be like, one time's good.
Yeah.
Like, let me see,
Let my other
that's
life
his
have a
vows?
different person.
let me see what else is out there.
Yeah, exactly.
Especially like, if I come back as a sultan and you come back as like a ladybug, like I don't need to be hanging out with no ladybug.
That's a good point.
But I also agree, one life for one person. Now, different
Yeah.
life. See what happens in this one.
Yeah.
Switch it up.
Switch it up. Who do you
Switch
think
it up.
it'll be for us next life?
I hope I have somebody next life.
It's gonna be us again, Chics.
It's you two. Yeah.
It's like you again, Jesus Christ.
I feel like I know you. I hate you.
And how's your? Go, oh, sorry.
I just said that in the beginning of my toast. I was like, Janice and I are always talking about how we hate inconveniencing people. Like we go out of our way to not we always talk about we're both going to die in the street because we don't want to inconvenience somebody to ask for help. Like, hey, can you call 911? Like we'd rather not bother somebody. We'd rather just die in the street.
So do you want me
But-
to call? You're like, no, it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah,
It's
it's
just
fine. Don't worry about it. I'll be fine. So we were saying like, this is like the ultimate inconvenience. Like some people got on a plane to come. And,
Oh,
like,
yeah, weddings are super
The idea
inconvenient.
that like you would plan out this day and get dressed and drive in the rain for me or for somebody, it's like that's super touching. And
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah.
It is.
And you know they didn't want to go.
I'm,
Spin it a little bit towards Chick.
What'd you do?
Spin
Now
it.
he's all worried about his.
you kicked it?
Perfect.
I kicked it, I
Beautiful.
kicked it.
Nice job.
I kicked it. So how's
Can you
your?
boo yourself?
How's your what?
Boo
You boo
yourself. All right.
How's your
my
health?
Actually, there's something I wanted to get into last week, never got into it. I had a real scare last week. I saw the doctor, the kidney doctor. So not just the skin cancer doctor,
He's always got to one up my depression
always
with his
something.
health issues.
but
Oh, you're sad. I'm actually dying.
Yeah.
I'm dying.
I
Exactly.
got real issues.
With his real problems, yeah.
Exactly.
No,
Was
he's
it
got worse than me.
fibromyalgia? Yeah. Well, tell your fibromyalgia doctor that
Oh, there can only be one person having issues on here.
I don't mean it. I would not want what you got going on. I really don't.
I'd rather be thin with no kidneys
Yeah.
than chick
I'd rather have cancer in one kidney than
than
you.
be chick.
The only sign of light is a fudge company. Like, good.
I'm
So
gonna manufacture fudge.
he loves fudge too, apparently.
I'm gonna buy, sell, and distribute fudge.
So I had this doctor's appointment on the docket, which I always get nervous about. I had to do blood work. I don't know if I must have I've told the podcast a million times. I have this phobia that if I give blood, I'm going to pass out. It's a whole weird thing. So I make them do it in like 2 different arms. So wacky thing, right? But anyway,
I don't know you could demand that.
His doctors do a whole
well,
lot for him.
I'll make it quick. But I basically went to the doctor and I fucked up a little bit with my
Yeah,
medications.
please tell everybody that you're an idiot.
You went boozing.
No. Anti-rejection medicines, which I'm on. Okay. I'm supposed to take 2 in the morning,
I wish
2 at
I
night.
could take some anti-rejection. I'm fucking sick of getting no's.
Story of my life.
So I'm supposed to take.
Is that the immune suppressant
Yeah.
thing you're talking about?
Yeah, exactly. It's an important thing to take after.
Oh, it's
having-
like a give me AIDS medicine, right?
Yeah,
you
but-
need AIDS.
well, yeah.
You
I
should
guess
go
so.
get AIDS.
I never
You
looked
get it
at
from
it that way.
fucking, dude.
I never looked at it.
He doesn't
that
have
way.
sex.
Yeah, I
No,
don't have
start
sex.
fucking.
Yeah, maybe. I think AIDS is done now. I don't know anybody that does it
Yeah, you know,
or has it.
For
I don't
straight
know.
people, it is. Yeah.
So I go there. I kind of
It's-
I weaned myself
Do you
off.
count? Like, does butt stuff give it to you?
Nah,
Oh,
not,
yeah.
not from a toy. Plastic can't give it to you.
You never know.
X gonna give it to you.
So anyway, long story short, I weaned myself off the nighttime dosage.
Just on his own.
On
On your own, you
you're
just,
asking-
you just made your own decision.
Yeah, because
About
I felt,
an anti-rejection pill for his kidney that's not even really his.
oh, Mr. High Almighty that can't even get
Listen,
to.
I do a lot of dumb
If
things.
someone gave me a kidney, I'd do exactly what you did.
Listen,
I just feel
I
like
can't even pretend.
his dad gave him one of his fucking kidneys, and this guy's just letting it go to shit.
well, that's not true. So I went to the doctor. I've been doing this for a couple of years. I went to the doctor like a year ago, and my levels were pretty good. And I mentioned it like, sometimes I miss at night. I didn't tell him I miss all the time at night for the last year and a half, 2 years.
Weaned myself
and
off.
intentionally.
Yeah, I just don't do it. I'm like, because I get weird with medication too. I'm like, it's probably messing me up in some other way. So I want to take as little as possible.
Yeah, but the doctors need to know that. stuff.
Understand. So that's why this time I was like, listen, I'm definitely not taking it at night. Okay. I made the executive decision here to wean myself off this medication. And he did a thing no doctor wants to no patient ever wants to see their doctor do. He started like doing a lot of huffing and puffing to the point where he goes, I'm not confident that your kidney function is going to be good. And he like really and I got like teary-eyed in there, like I did this to myself. I'm such an idiot. And he's like, you got to get blood. And then I was like, well, can you break it up so I don't have to do that many vials? And he's like, no, I can't do that. And then I'm like, it's a phobia. He's like, you need to see a psychiatrist. What he told me.
Did he tell you that?
Yeah, because of my blood. Because I'm afraid of getting blood and all my weird
Because you know what? He had enough. He's like, listen, I'm not your other doctor who caters to your
Yeah,
every waking need. Like, you're an adult. Get a shot.
And I'm sitting in the doctor's office just weeping. Like, I know I did this to myself. And I'm like, a kidney transplant's on the way. The guy starts talking about dialysis. I've never been on dialysis, but it's like the end of life to me, I would think, right? You have to like sit three days a week.
Usually, you go on dialysis and then you die.
How many friends do you have with kidney problems, like need a transplant, on dialysis, like polycystic, whatever the fuck?
I don't know any.
None, just him.
Yeah.
And how many do you have?
Just him.
Dude, I think I'm a curse.
Wait, you
I
know
have
a lot?
like several friends.
Who else?
So my buddy.
You also know a lot of people though.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
you
feel
know
like your
people throughout the
network is
country.
bigger than most networks.
Okay, but these are like close dudes. Like
Yeah,
my
but
buddy
you're close
Dave.
with a lot of fucking people.
Yeah. Neil
Wait,
throws
no other
around
comics.
close.
They're not doing my bits, right?
No,
I
But
got
I'll-
the kidney market tapped.
That's it.
I'll tell you when my friends are like, "Oh, I have a kidney thing." I'm like, "Oh, my friend Brennan has a kidney. Here's his jokes." I just do your bits.
So anyway, it was like traumatic to me, and like I knew I fucked up, and I knew it was my fault, and I started thinking that I'm always telling Chick like stop with the negative thoughts, like try to think positivity, and I get that from my mother. My mother does that a lot because I went back to her and I was like I basically cried to my parents. When my mom, I was afraid to tell my dad I
Because
weaned
it's his
myself
kidney
off.
you're fucking up.
Yeah, also my dad is like very much get on top of your shit with your health. You know, it's important, obviously, well, I guess.
He's like my dad. They can't understand why we would do such dumb
I know.
things.
I know.
But they did dumb things.
Yeah, he
Not
did.
my dad.
Eh,
I'm
Yeah,
sure
you're
there's
probably
I
right.
bet.
He
I
raised
bet.
you. I don't know.
That's why I said his biggest mistake was not
he had a few blunders.
finishing on my mom.
All right.
Wow,
Christ.
Wow.
that was
Yeah.
So anyway,
wow.
I'm not even gonna go there.
Check a boot.
So I did this. I went in with the blood work, and I literally told her it was 8 vials of blood. I can only handle 3 at a time, 4 at the most. And the lady doing it, she was like, "We're gonna bang it out right now." I said, "You have to stick me twice. I don't care about the needles. I care about the blood draining my body."
But do you know it all comes from the same place, though, right?
Yeah,
You
it's
don't
all
know that
circulating.
If they do
It's the
one arm,
same
the next
blood.
arm.
Believe me, I know. And I tell them this. I'm like, "Well,
Guy thinks he's got left blood and
no,
right
but
blood.
right, no. It has nothing. It's
Left blood.
I
and
didn't
right
explain it properly. It's not. It's
No,
not. It's
no.
not about the arms. It's not about the arms.
Yeah.
They could do it. They actually did it in the same arm. It's about giving
so much at once,
so much at once.
but it's all the
So
same.
you need like a
amount.
second in between.
Like,
Like, hey, give me
'Cause,
a second to read.
Those vials just replenished in 30 seconds.
let this heart pump some more blood before you take some more out of it.
How fast do you think that's happening?
Not
Like,
fast at all. I understand that. No, that's why it's a phobia.
To be fair, no one in this room has any idea how fast blood refurbishes.
No, but
No one here
but
is
I know
like,
that.
it could be seconds.
it could be.
None of us have
No,
any idea.
That's so true.
I know that I give blood
kind of
pretty
agree.
pretty frequently.
You do?
And I know that and I know that they make you wait. You know,
They pay you
a few
for that?
months. Nah, every once in a while, if they're running low, like I actually just got
I
an
gotta
email.
start giving blood.
By the way, what a question.
Yeah,
How much you think a guy, hypothetically speaking, a fudge seller, how much you think a fudge seller could make selling blood on like, I don't know, Thursdays between 5 and 8?
Oh God, I would love it if you got into the blood business.
Can I tell you what?
donating things.
I tried to donate plasma and they won't take
That's-
it because I'm tattooed.
Really?
so I'm out of
My,
that
my
market.
arms, yeah, they were like, we can't. I think they. It's,
What-
they think
why?
it's-
I
I think they
wonder.
think.
Because the ink.
I think. I don't know, man. I think early on it was like a heroin risk. Like they were like, oh, this person's a junkie, and like.
Or is it just finding the spot to?
But it's a lady, the
Poke you.
phlebotomist. Phlebotomist?
Yeah, you
the
got it.
phlebotomist can find it.
Yeah, because they're feeling around.
Yeah.
Like I can feel a vein right through my shirt.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
people,
yeah,
they
yeah,
give blood. I mean, if you
yeah.
have tattoos, they still take blood.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but
You
they
got
find
tattoos.
Veins. They find veins.
yeah, but I'm not like.
You're not
covered.
trying to give your
Yeah,
plasma
he's got
away.
a lot
Yeah.
more. I want to.
Why are
give
you
my
trying to give your plasma away? How
Well,
much do they
when,
pay?
when I first moved to OKC, I was like, I need to sell blood or.
Wow.
Anything that
Man,
I
yeah.
anything that I could reproduce,
own nothing.
I want to make.
I
gonna
don't know.
sell off
Kidney?
whatever
Can
I
I
got
sell
on
a
the
kidney?
I give
kidneys?
platelets. And you can give them like every 2 weeks. You can platelets, but if you give whole blood, you got to wait like a couple months in between.
What about
donating.
skim blood or 2%?
2%.
Platelets. How much does that go for?
You got the right type of blood though to give that. I think you got to have.
Listen,
you know.
hopefully I got
Chocolate
good
blood. He's got chocolate milk blood.
Yeah.
I'm going to look into all this.
You should.
I'm going to just
But
start.
then, so I
poking,
just got I got an
prodding me
email.
and-
I got an email because they're short, and it said you'll get a $4 gift card if you give
Four.
twice.
this point,
$40 gift card.
that's
if you
more
get
than
it.
What?
that's 40 more than I had going
Bloomingdale?
into it.
No, it's like a Visa gift card.
They're gonna
If you-
they're gonna look
Probably,
at
the visas that you could use. That's perfect for me. Though.
They're gonna
40
look
bucks
at-
for platelets.
they're gonna look at Chick's blood and they're gonna be like, oh, you're type BEC.
I'll never forget. That reminds me when I was in high school. Me and my buddy were hanging out high as kites, ready to go give blood.
Higher than a bird's dick.
And my guidance counselor comes in and the dean, Mr. Shanley, and he's like, "What are you two doing?" We're like, "Oh, we're going to give blood." He goes, "What are you giving? THC?" We're like, "Ah, that's right, Mr. Shanley."
Yes, I like your lines better.
Yeah. It was much better.
Yeah.
Plus, we've heard this on the podcast several times. I've been here for every.
Have you looked into donating sperm?
I'll donate anything I could. I
They
never
give you
really
money for
looked
that,
into
don't
it.
they? Don't they give you money for sperm?
They're not gonna take.
They're not gonna take my me and Chick's sperm.
I'm not gonna. I don't think I'll be an ideal candidate.
What are you trying
going with
to
a-
set him up for failure?
Don't they
Going with
just
a
take everybody?
crusty pillowcase. What do you give me for this?
Yeah.
But do you know
What do
when
you
they
think,
put like the
40
stats of the person you're using? I would love to see what people are looking at for me. 5'5", 250 pounds, unemployed, fucking no degree.
What's your highest level of education?
Like 7 years of college.
7 years of
7
college.
years.
Yeah.
You're a doctor?
I got no degree, but I went for a while.
Yeah, you spent a lot of time.
7 years at community college. 7
I
years
feel
at
like
the
I
brick
would-
cafeteria.
We were
I
talking
went
about
to
being bad
SUNY.
on.
I went to Hofstra. I went back to SUNY, and I just, I couldn't get it done.
I feel like I wouldn't be good on paper either and I feel like similar to the dating apps. Like I'm better in person.
Yeah.
I would like let me hang outside
I
and
bet
like
you do okay on the
That,
dating
that
app.
blood donation card is
Let me
not
meet the
ordinary.
people. Let me meet the women coming in with the sperm bank and be like, "Hey, what's going on? My sperm's in there. I just want to tell you a little bit about
Yeah.
myself."
My
Hey.
stats
I
are
I know
great.
on paper, I'm not a graduate, but I'm pretty.
I'm funny. I'm
funny and
I
I'm-
need a
You're just-
personality stink.
So you donate sperm and then you sit in the waiting room and you're like, I'm gonna pitch. I'm gonna pay next. You're like, listen, would you like to get it from the tap? Because you're getting mine regardless.
That's
little
a good
fresher.
idea. Just wait outside and be like, "Hey, before you go in there, proposition for you."
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's
How
a
much
good
are they
idea.
charging you to take it from this?
That's actually
I'll
funny.
give it to you
It's
for
actually a
half
funny
the price.
sketch. It'd be a funny sketch idea.
That
Yeah.
is.
Just to get a guy looking to get laid, but yeah.
Half the price.
Before you go in, how much are they going to charge you? Come on.
Come on.
Come on.
I heard IVF costs $3,500 a vial.
I cost 1,00000.
I'm trying to get laid.
Yeah.
I would still charge.
I'll give
Oh,
you
now you're
$250.
yeah.
I'll give you 250. But now you're healthy.
Interesting.
So yeah, everything came back.
So I did the whole thing. By the way, the nurse did accept my advances with the hit me twice. She
Advances?
did it. Yeah, because
Yeah.
not all of them do it, and I walk
She
out.
doesn't want. Some of them just don't want to deal with it.
And
Like,
she was
all right.
great. But then at one point, she's like, your vibes are really throwing me off. You're making me nervous. But anyway, a week later, my doctor calls me and he's shocked. He's like,
They root against you, dude. They root
Yeah,
against
Because
you.
it's not good for them if you're not.
Yeah.
yeah,
if you're
and he
unhealthy.
was like, all right,
that shit.
my levels were little 0.2 higher. My kidney levels where they want it was supposed to be low. 0.2 higher than it was a couple years ago.
Yo, my doctor does that shit to me all the time. My doctors, I'll go in and he'll be like, you need to lose weight. And I'm like, why? He's like, well, because your cholesterol,
It's perfect.
but you probably have diet.
kind of how it goes with me.
Yeah,
You're like, does it hurt when you bend over? I'm like, nah, I play baseball. They're like,
unbelievable.
I don't know, man. Just lose weight because I want you to lose weight, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. I told him, I was like, I feel the best I've felt in years. I dropped a few pounds. I got the cancer in the nose, but
On your nose too now?
that's been there.
Always,
Yeah, that's the
yeah.
only one that won't clear up. But like my head is
It
completely
looks better.
like,
Your nose looks better.
well, yeah. I'm. That's the other
taking longer to
doctor
clear.
He
issue.
just doesn't realize how gross it looks. I guess prior. Like,
I don't realize. What
that
do you?
nose one was bad. I'm glad it's gone.
It's
'Cause I
not
had to
gone.
look
It's
at
gonna
it.
It's
get-
way, it's way better than
No,
it.
trust
No,
me.
it's because
just
the
taking
scab fell
longer.
off. It'll be
Yeah, that
worse
scab
in
is
3 days.
it's not
Well,
good to look
stop
at.
picking it.
Well, that's the thing. It looks good now, but I have to leave it on to.
As long as it's good when I'm here and I don't have every time I look to the right,
I'll try to
good.
keep my cancer at bay for you.
You're like, we need to switch seats, dude. I can't be looking at that.
No, it's not a good. It's not a good seat for me. You're right.
Well, you can
You're right.
switch.
So anyway, yeah,
No, not
I am good. I'm healthy as a horse. I wouldn't say that, but I'm good.
Are horses generally?
I was just gonna say, are they healthy?
Sometimes they're not.
Yeah,
I've never seen an unhealthy horse.
Sometimes they put them down right there in the.
right there.
Right, but they were healthy before that. They just,
Isn't
you
that
know,
fucked
they
up?
broke
You
a
break
leg.
a leg, and because that's like so detrimental to you, they gotta kill you.
I kind of wish.
Please, you had to go down that road.
What are you guys talking about?
Nothing.
I have a query for the gents. How do you feel about this? I saw a very attractive older woman.
Mm-hmm.
What's older?
Don't like it.
Older, like not
How old are we talking?
Yeah,
maybe like late 30s or 40s, like not like old, not like an
That's
old lady.
older woman to you?
Like older, like not.
How
like
old
a,
are
not
you
like
again?
A young, no, I meant like not like a young lady, like a mom age lady.
Yeah, all right.
A Long Island mom age lady, not like
Right.
a middle of the country. They have kids at 18.
Yeah.
Like a mom age lady, and she was beautiful, but like she was having a rough night. Like her kid was shitty, her kid was screaming. She was like in pajamas, like just got out of yoga kind of vibe. Like she was not having a great day.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm a charming fella. So I just was like, as I was leaving, I was like, I hope this makes your night. You are incredibly beautiful. And then I just left.
What a move.
Is that like shitty? Am I being?
That's a tough move to make.
Why?
Because some girls would be like,
Some girls want to just exist in the world with not having to be.
Yeah,
Like a
for
piece
sure,
of meat.
for
Yeah,
sure.
because I actually I've thought about a lot about that because I grew up in a very physical. The looks are important type of thing, and not even to like not in a vain way, but my mother would always comment on people's looks. My grandmother it was like, "Oh, you look good." Like everything was like, "Oh, how you look." And I feel like now, I think about it too much, and I feel like sometimes you just want to not worry about how you look.
I
think women sometimes would be like, "Can I just not worry about how I look to a man?"
if he
like,
stayed there and was like pursuing it, I
Right.
think that's a healthy compliment and go. Like
Yeah.
intentions are, you look good.
Yeah,
See you later.
exactly. Yeah.
Like maybe it brightens her day. Like I
it's-
don't know. Like
the fact that you disappeared definitely brightened her day. Yeah.
I just felt like she
said it
needed
in
a
one.
boost. She was having a rough day. Like
Yeah.
you could see it in her
Yeah.
whole vibe. She was having a rough go.
Yeah.
And I didn't know, like, just my nature. Like I want to, like, I don't like that. I don't like when people are bummed out. And I'm not going to be like, you should smile more, like
Yeah,
a fucking
that's-
asshole.
Yeah, yeah.
So I was just like, maybe this will cheer her up.
I
don't know.
like it.
Did you mean it?
I did mean it. She
Oh,
got
all right.
yeah.
I
But
like it.
But
I
what
feel,
if you go ahead?
No, go.
What if
No,
you
you
just
go.
said? What if you said? You
No,
know,
you go.
something like, "You doing all right? Anything I could do to help?"
But then if they
That
see
feels
it,
creepy.
yeah, like you
Because then
what?
I'm like
Yeah.
sticking around,
Yeah.
like I want to be the
Yeah.
kid's dad.
You wanna
Like,
watch
it's-
this kid for a few hours?
Hey, you're gonna be all right. Hey, you're gonna be all right. Have a good day.
But then she could
But
be
then she's
like,
like, what? Do I look like I got something wrong with me?
the problem,
That's
I
tough.
think,
And by the way, I'm not saying never like tell a woman she's attractive. Like I've been in that position. And some women love that. Some women like they just like that will
It
make their
depends
day.
on the
I
woman.
will
It's hard.
say
It's just
she did she did do a thing as I like.
it
turned
might,
around
so
and
it
walked
is.
out.
The problem here is the abundance of creepy guys in the
Right.
world.
That's-
that women run into on a daily basis. So when you get a genuine
Yeah.
compliment, they're not always going to be like, "Oh, that was very nice." Someone will be like, "Really?"
I think the compliment and run is very effective in that because you're not
It
you're
is.
not creeping.
I do like that.
Well, I didn't I wasn't
no,
like,
but you know what I mean.
yeah.
And you're doing great. I'm not.
You're doing better than me. I trust your ability to read a room and read a vibe. So I'm sure it was fine. I feel like I've always and I've done that before, but I feel like at a certain point, like however many years ago, I decided I'm just never gonna tell a random woman. I'm never gonna,
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm never gonna use that as like because you also don't know because some women, like you said, like Like, why is it about my looks? Always about my. It's like, no, it's not always about your looks, but like right now,
Yeah.
while we're having sex, it happens to be about your looks. Yes.
Yeah.
We're like,
And
oh,
it's
you look so smart and educated in your lingerie with your nipples showing.
I used to date a girl, had a daughter, and she would tell her, she would tell her daughter that she looks beautiful, but she always was like, and also you look really smart today too. Like, she would tell her that, yeah.
I do think that I do that. I said do. I do that. Like I'll say like, oh, you're so pretty. Be like, oh, you're so like awesome. Like you're so intelligent. You're so this. A lot of it's a lie. Because most women.
Have you ever just told a woman that you're dating that you really respect her? Just let you know.
Yeah. As I slap him on the ass during sex, I'm like, I respect the shit out of you.
Yeah.
Respect this dick, bitch. Oh my god. I did that.
Oh my God, there's a lot of.
Yeah, man, it's difficult to navigate because women are hot, but it's like that's not, you know what I mean?
It just sucks that we came to a place where you can't even, because it's just like you can't be honest anymore.
It's not a matter of being honest. If they ask you, you can be honest. But
How often is someone coming up to you and
Well,
be
they're
like,
not,
I just want to tell you, what do you think of me?
But like some women will complain like, I wish guys would just come up to you like, I want to meet somebody in real life, like you used to meet somebody in the real world. But it's like, but I'm taking the risk of you being one of the women who aren't in the
Doesn't
mood
wanna,
today.
exactly.
And even maybe tomorrow you are in the mood. Today you're not in the mood. It's like,
Right.
how do you navigate that? It's
Yeah, they don't know what they want.
And with the dating app, it's like, all right, you know what? If they wanted to date somebody,
They want a bunch of tens
don't
to pull up in a Ferrari and walk out and be like, oh, you look pretty.
You're envisioning a certain woman right now, a stunning woman who just, an
no,
Instagram
not even.
model.
Good looking girl.
That's just not the case.
That's not
There's
ever-
there's very normal women who are just attractive and
Yeah.
normal people and
Why am I saying that? I'm not saying they have to be a 10, but I'm saying in general.
if you're saying day 1 to 10, like that there's regular women walking around who aren't looking for a guy with a great body.
They
And
won't be
you
as
just want- you
receptive
just
to
want a
an
good-
uglier guy, though, just approaching them, a random person
Have
approaching
you
them.
had sex with a woman?
Yes,
That's
plenty.
right.
Then women don't all have.
But I've never approached any of those women randomly. Like, it was not one of them was somebody
sometimes-
I didn't kind of know.
Sometimes you need a little meet cute, though. You know what I mean? You need a reason to start interacting. It's not going up to a random woman saying like, "Hey, I think you're really attractive." Did you like? It's got to be something where you're online together and you're complaining about the thing, and then it rolls
Oh,
into
yeah.
rolls into the next thing.
I'm talking about just being approachable. Most like a guy
Yeah, but
like me
that's-
can't approach somebody.
but
because
that's the
I'm
thing,
always
so-
just like, oh, he's a fat, ugly creep.
I know.
Get out of my
it's-
face.
Listen, I don't know how to do it. I didn't. You think like, oh, if a woman's looking to be hit on, you go out. But some women are like, I'm out with my girls. I don't want to be hit
Oh,
on.
yeah.
today.
Listen,
So
there's
it's like-
always exceptions.
But when I was young, I used to hit on women everywhere. At the mall, like I used to embarrass my friend because I would hit on women like literally every single place we went. I would like.
And would it work?
I mean, a couple of times, yeah. But I was like to think I was never creepy about it, but I was.
My point is, you have to be somewhat of a level of attractiveness to just randomly approach somebody and get good feedback.
Well, I mean, I think that goes for everything. Like, I mean, like societal standards. Like, if Louis C.K. was a 10, if Louis C.K. looked like Brad Pitt,
He probably would have never got canceled.
I mean, that's a
Also,
crazy
you get-
statement, but maybe like not as bad as it was for sure.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because the idea that Brad Pitt's never shown his dick to someone who didn't want to see his
But that's
dick,
my point. Have you
that's
ever
a
seen?
crazy concept?
Is there one good-looking person who's been accused of that?
I can't think
of
of
any of
anyone.
that. One good-looking person who's
I mean,
been
I
canceled.
guess
I'm
Chris
sure
D'Elia,
there-
but that was children, so I think that's a little.
Yeah, that's a
different.
But
whole
even
weird thing.
Kevin Spacey's a weird-looking dude. Like none of these guys, the good-looking guys are probably sealing that. Like
But
the
you're
girls
al-
are doing it.
Yeah.
I don't know if I agree with that because have you ever spent time with a woman you think is really hot and then you spend 5 minutes with her and you're like, I can't stand this person.
Yeah.
That's
So,
most.
like-
to me, honestly, it's most people. Women,
Most
women, and
or most
everything.
people?
Yeah.
So you tell me that
I can't
like,
stand
you
those
tell me
people.
that Brad Pitt like hasn't been around a woman and he says something stupid and a woman's like, I can't stand this guy. Like I don't care
But
how
they
hot
haven't
he is.
canceled them.
Yeah, but that you don't have to cancel
It
somebody.
doesn't matter about how. I'm just
saying
making
that
the argument.
you
that
don't
it
think
doesn't-
Brad Pitt's ever took his cock out in front of somebody?
Yeah, but he was making the argument that why he's never been canceled because they don't mind as much. But it has nothing to do with their looks. Like
I disagree.
Women more than men, but also me. Like I've been around women, and I'm like I was attracted to you 5 minutes ago, and now I literally can't even. I couldn't even be with you if I wanted to.
Yes.
So women definitely feel that about a hot guy. It doesn't matter how hot you are. A
I
guy
agree.
can say creepy things. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
You show me the hottest girl in the world, I'll show you a guy who's bored of her.
Yeah. But that being said, to me that's more of an exception to the norm
I don't
than
know.
it is the norm.
People really.
I
But
do
it's-
think that sometimes the offenses that people are accused of sometimes are like, well, if a good looking guy did that, you wouldn't be nearly as up in arms. But it's because he's gross looking.
It's a scale, though, isn't it?
Yeah, of
Like,
course.
of course, you know,
Yeah, of
everything's a
course.
scale. Like, one of my biggest things in life is when people speak in generalizations.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like all generalizations, but yeah, of course, you're going to be more patient with a guy you find attractive.
That's like
men,
when-
like both sides. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just the way. That's just the way life is.
Yeah,
You know what I
exactly.
mean? And you're going to be more patient with a doctor has a better
100%.
record. Has a better record. 'Cause you're like, you know, it's all.
But that's just
In
to
whatever
my
field
point.
it is.
It's not. You're right. There's an exception to
Yeah.
Not everybody thinks that,
Right.
but,
you could also do more to be more attractive to women.
oh yeah,
Right. So
everybody could do more.
yeah.
Yeah, you could get that job at the fudge factory.
I could get that job at the
Like, hey,
fudge
baby, I got that chocolate money,
Yeah.
baby.
Oh, women love chocolate.
People, they love an income.
Women love chocolate.
And women
money.
to their like are way nicer about who they're attracted to. Like it doesn't.
Oh, yeah, for
they'll
sure.
they're like a confidence. Like men, again, generally speaking, like there's confidence.
disagree with that.
There's confident
that's-
women.
I-
There's confident women that turn off
100% agree.
men, but just vice versa. Women like a confident guy
Yeah.
sometimes. So it's
I'm
like,
very confident.
yeah.
I am though when it comes to like. But either way,
But,
I know.
but also misplaced confidence could be more unattractive than a confident.
Are you just trying to bash on my? No,
No, I'm just saying. But it's all about how you read somebody. And sometimes there's no way to know how you're being read or how you
Oh,
how you're
yeah,
reading somebody.
obviously.
You ever just meet somebody, you're like, I don't believe it. Like there's comics who I think about all the time. I'm like, I'm sure this guy's good. I'm like, I just don't buy it. Like I don't. I just
Oh, yeah,
don't
off the
buy.
bat.
And it's like if you don't buy what somebody's selling, doesn't matter how genuine they are.
Yeah.
It's just like, to me, not buying it. And they could be completely honest. And I'm like, doesn't register with me. And the same thing with if you come up to a woman and she doesn't buy that you're the confident guy that you are, then they're like, oh, he's acting.
I
like
don't
he's a
really
confident
approach
guy.
women at all.
Yeah.
This is,
I never approach women. I never know how to say that word. Women.
You don't know how to say women? I think we have
Women,
a bigger
woman.
problem.
I don't know. I don't. It came out wrong. All right, let's move past it. I don't know how to approach like a lady. Like
In
to
real
me,
life.
it's all organic, like conversation.
Yeah.
I've never once have been like, hey, you know.
well,
like,
yeah. In my 30 years of my 40 years, I probably approached 5 girls like that and
But
denied on all 5.
You guys are different, though.
Yeah, because for me, it's not like I wouldn't even say like women. Like in general, like I just talk to people. Like if there's
Yeah.
like something
Right.
happening,
I
like,
do too.
I insert myself in places I probably shouldn't be inserting myself.
Yeah. I realized
Pause.
something about myself that I give off a little bit of a creepy desperation vibe. That's just me. Like,
Really?
because I am a little like I'm a
'Cause
little
I am a
like
little
I'm a little well, I mean, I can be a little like extra with women.
What do you
That's
mean?
just,
Like, I've never seen you
I've
in
had
action.
women like I met her on our first date with a woman, and like everything went well, and we made out, and like her whole thing was like you're a little aggressive towards the end, like we were making out, and I'm like that, but also I don't know, like I feel like they sense that I want it too much, and I just feel like it doesn't. That's my biggest thing is I just give off a vibe that I'm not like the chillest guy. I get a little like maybe obsessive. You know, so it's like
I don't see
I gotta
that,
like
but
I gotta
I mean,
play.
listen,
Yeah, but
he's not trying to fuck you.
But I that's why I lay back a lot because I
Yeah.
know that about myself.
Well, it's good that you know that.
Well,
Yeah.
I don't have any confidence these days, so I don't approach anybody. But there was a time where I felt a little better about myself.
Yeah, that's I've seen you in better spirits about yourself. But you've definitely you've approached women, I feel like, with
Not-
the intention to like.
I was always pretty shy with that. But I've tried, you know, not to much success when it's been like a random approach. But it's more because I'm probably shy.
You know what it is? It's like I remember like days like going hanging out and it's the eye contact. You have to wait for the extended eye contact, and that's the person you talk to.
I usually don't get that because I don't feel I'm attractive.
That was always my move, though. You got like you play a room, even if you're if I catch a woman, if I catch a woman and she's like you get that little extra like eye contact. It's like okay, I'm gonna. This is when I take.
That's
my
when
shot.
you go up.
Yeah.
Because I've gotten that eye contact.
Yeah, that's-
believe it or not.
Yeah,
I
believe
have. And I'm like, is this?
No, they're looking at that.
You got to be careful because you got things on you.
If they're making this face like
this
that,
is before that. But yeah, all right.
They're going-
Fair enough.
She's like, and he's like,
yeah, it's
I'm
not
telling you,
wide,
it's a solid 25 seconds.
it's not wide eye contact. Yeah.
No, but I feel like I've gotten that in my days when I didn't have growths. And
I dated a girl once. I used to deliver to her every week, and she was always so nice to me, and like she was really sweet. And I was like, is she flirting with me? She was much younger, and I was like, nah, that's crazy. And I'm like,
I remember this.
yeah. And I remember being like, nah, there's no way she's hitting on me. Like I'm like literally, I don't know, 16 years or 17 years older than her. And she was like really cute, and I'm working, so I don't want to be unprofessional by like hitting on somebody back. So I never did anything. And then one day, like she gave me, it was like super extended eye contact. Like, our business was done, and she was like, and it was my birthday a couple years ago.
Yeah.
So like I get back in the truck and I'm like, you know what? I think that's it. So I have pens with my name on it. And I'm like, yeah, if you ever need a pen, I'm like, yeah, it's got my name and my number on it for my photography business. I'm like, if you ever need a pen, yeah, just take it. And also my number's on there if you ever need to, call. Yeah. And she did, yeah. We dated for a while. So like, but I was so hesitant. Because I never want to feel like a woman who's just being nice to you is hitting on you. Because it's like, oh, now I can't be nice to anybody. And I think one time I asked a woman, I said, do you get hit on a lot? Because I feel like you're very nice, and I'm concerned. I picked up maybe you were flirting with me,
You say that?
Yeah, but I'm like,
I wish I had the nerve.
But I'm like, I think maybe you're just being nice, and then
I don't know
yeah,
if
just
I've
be nice.
ever
And you're
been
like,
hit on
all
in my
right,
life.
I'm gonna go hang myself.
I don't think. I don't think I've ever been hit
This
on.
one was hitting on me as well. But
I don't know what that's like.
Yeah,
I don't think I've ever been hit on.
Yeah, you have.
I'm sure you have.
Yeah, you have. It's just it just comes a different like. You've been hit on, but like you didn't notice, or
Probably.
or you called it something else. Like that. Can we talk about this? Like this, I'm sure this is.
I don't care
hit
what
on
you
the
talk
thing.
about.
It's like that squirter chick.
Oh yeah. Go for it.
Like that's.
I mean, I get
been a-
that's
you're right.
flirting.
That's hitting on me. No, you're
Yeah.
right. You're right. I guess.
I mean, it's
but I
like-
mean,
it's
like I've
pretty
never,
aggressive.
I've never been at a bar.
That was her love
and like
language.
someone's like,
My love language is squirt videos.
so you get the really grimy type of woman who flirt
Yeah.
with you
Yeah.
aggressively. You don't
But
get the
that's-
sweet.
maybe that's-
you
No,
don't get
I
the
never
sweet
get a
little.
sweet-
He doesn't get the
But
sweet.
But that's
So,
maybe the vibe you're putting out. You know what I mean? Like you.
Yeah, look, sweatpants
Yeah,
with
you're
holes
wearing-
in it.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah. You're
Yeah,
like,
there is a
you're-
vibe.
You're watching a Jet game. You got a beer in your
holes in there.
hand. You're smoking weed.
There's no holes in those sweatpants. What's he talking about?
There's always-
there?
there's always
I
holes.
can't- I can't-
Holes.
Even when you don't look, there's always holes.
Crocs
just
with
assume.
socks. You
Crocs
know.
and sock.
Yeah. So the
Oh,
chick's
shit.
just the
Chick gets
chick
hit on
is
all
like,
the time, but it's life. Life just keeps hitting him.
I want to get into our movie date.
Oh yeah, we went out on a date.
You guys did?
Yeah, took him out to the movies.
What? I didn't get a call.
It was so.
He asked me in my defense, so yelling
Chicks,
him.
well, we all know Chick's going through a rough time.
Yeah.
He had an interview yesterday. I had off yesterday. I wanted to see Killers of the Flower Moon.
wow. Yesterday, you guys knew I was in town.
Oh,
Also,
I didn't know you were in town.
Oh,
Sent us
Neil
a
didn't
text.
text you guys and be like, "Hey, what's up with recording this week?" And
Right,
then
yeah, I got- well-
I literally wrote, "I'm in town Monday through Thursday."
I didn't. You know what? Remember, I didn't respond to that text, and you guys were saying something about. All right, fine, boo me. That's fair. That's fair. It was one of those things. I apologize.
First of all, I think so. You saw Killers of the Flower Moon.
Oh, there's no shot I would have gone to that. So you should have just invited me anyway.
Yeah, we should.
You went to the movies. I would be like, "No,
You're not a movie guy.
I'm a movie guy. I don't like
Long movies.
good movies. I don't like good movies."
I mean, I know what he's saying.
I get it.
Yeah. It's so. How long was it? 3.5 hours?
Very
Something like that?
long.
Oh,
Very
my
long.
God.
That's the only
Are
reason.
you done playing with that microphone? Can
No,
you get
I'm
it set
never-
to where it is? Just hold it then,
no.
because all I can hear is you playing with that microphone.
Okay.
Yeah. So set it and forget it.
We got a
It's
new
crock pot,
T-Briz in
as far as I'm
town,
concerned. Okay.
What was that last part?
That's a crock pot, as far as I'm concerned.
Set it and forget it.
Set it and forget.
This guy constantly.
I played with it the whole time.
In the last episode, if I watch the microphone the whole time, he's
I think you mentioned it last time.
tweedling with it. He's like this. I'm like, just fucking pick the microphone up and hold it.
Like, yeah.
You can hold it,
No, he
but
wants
then
to play
keep
with
your
it.
arms straight because you're gonna lose Chick.
Yeah, this is not. We don't have a lot of room here, so we got to sit still and don't touch the microphone.
Come on, Neil.
Come on, you've been on 17 times already.
Am I not getting invited? I'm not getting invited back here again.
I got the headphones
the one
on, so I'm just
hearing
hearing.
it
I'm gonna be like, hey, you guys should record it, Brendan's again, so I can come do. Yo, guys, I got you a new producer.
So I'm not a huge movie guy, as you guys know. 3 hours in the movie seems dreadful to me, but I had off. I was like, I could do this during the day. I'll caffeinate up, and I'll go and we'll do it. So we went 1:20 showing. Now, the movie, I watched the movie, but more than the movie, I watched Chick, because he's a separate movie than the movie that's going on. First of all, he arrived early. I've never seen him early for anything. Can you stop making noise?
I was waiting for somebody to make this comment.
Chick gets there early. He gets his pot. He does his whole thing. We go into the theater, and now I'm worried about
It's a
sneaking
spot.
stuff in.
So you need to smoke as soon, like right before you go in. You
Yeah, I like to smoke right before. If
Yeah.
I wish I had a pen that I could rip in there, but
He was actually complaining because I wanted to get there a little like on time, and he was like, "I like to get as high as I can before I watch the movie." So we get in there, we sit down and everything, and within 20 minutes, he's out. He's asleep, snoring. So
Oscar bait, Martin Scorsese's.
yeah, out. But the whole time, he's bothering me the entire time because he's talking through even the credits. Every credit, he's loud. He's like,
to me, every credit you got to talk about. Each
"This is
movie.
going to be awesome."
Credit? You're talking about previews, not
Yeah,
credits.
I'm sorry, the previews.
No. You do like, "This is going to be good." And he waits to the end. He's like, "Yeah, it's going to suck. Look at this." He's got like a little Chick review after everything, and
Full
he's
movie
loud.
theater?
No, not at all.
So talk all you want.
Thank you.
During the
That's what
previews.
he's just different than me.
I'm different. I realize.
You ever been to a black movie theater?
I have, yeah.
Yeah.
That's all they do is talk,
I know,
and it's all right as long as you're still paying attention. You can talk.
well,
I like to talk.
I know
like
that-
to be like, oh shit.
he does.
I'm the worst because I hate when other people do stuff that I know I do.
What do you do in a theater?
I am on the phone the whole movie.
He was on the phone too.
The whole movie.
You're in a
So
3-hour
I just-
movie. To me, I could watch a movie and respond to a text.
I understand that, but it's about other people. It lights.
The light. All right,
Got it.
I'll
Keep it
respect
down.
it. I
Keep
get
it down. I mean,
I hate-
And there's no.
or sit in the back. Sit in the back row.
We have assigned seats in the theater.
We did.
You could buy a
pick
back
the
row.
back row.
He bought the seats.
I bought the seats.
I
I
wouldn't
got
have bought the
middle.
tickets where we sat.
What?
I would have moved us back a little.
Yeah, but listen, it is what it is. I got middle row. I don't know these things. I haven't been to the theater in years.
Should have asked me, but it's okay.
Well, I'm sorry.
And you want to do this Oscar movie thing, and you haven't been to
Yeah, because I could watch most of that at home away from him. I realize I'm not going to be able to watch a movie with him all the time.
So this movie, that's coming to Apple TV soon. I'm just going to wait. I'm waiting for this
Yeah,
movie.
I
to-
would wait. It's not something that needs to be seen in a theater.
I thought it was good.
And I have to
and
rewatch
and
it.
I can break it up if I need to.
I won't even need to break it up. I'll let
Yeah.
him explain
You
it.
need to
but
do some out of the right arm and some out of the left arm. With
Yeah.
3.5.
That's the way I
Three and a
like
half hour movie. You gotta.
I knew
I gotta
I was
watch
going to
some
fall
of the
asleep
Killers
before the
and
movie.
Flower Moon. Two
Before I
different
even got
things.
to the theater, I was exhausted. I didn't sleep the night before. I had the interview. I was just tired. And I knew, I was like, I'm going to doze off at some
You
point.
had one
dark.
interview the day before.
Yeah.
No, the morning of. So I just don't sleep.
Yes, I was. Yeah.
You had a 15-minute interview.
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
it was a half hour. No, it's not a matter of. I'm not
9
saying-
hours before
My
the
point
movie.
is, I was up all night getting
He
ready
doesn't
for this
sleep at
thing.
night.
I
He
don't
doesn't
sleep.
at night. But I'm telling you, if he wasn't snoring, and he was loudly snoring, where I'm looking
I
at
don't
him.
understand why you didn't like hit me.
Like somebody brings that
Did
sleep
you?
apnea machine.
I
into
woke you up
theater.
the first time with my
Like-
popcorn. I shook it at you.
No, you gotta hit me. I gotta.
I'm not going to make it through this.
That's a really funny joke.
Well, that's Neil. That's what he was doing. He would snore, and then he would pop in to be like, she's getting killed. And then he would snore again. It
But
was,
I grasped the whole movie.
which was unreal. The guy, he followed along the movie, but slept for like 45 minutes of it.
I 100% the same way. I'm the same
I
exact
could
way.
see you being the same way. I could see.
So my friends in Oklahoma, like who I go to movies with a lot, they won't go to movies with me anymore.
Do you just, is it the sleeping?
Sleeping, snoring, talking on the phone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm brutal.
It was like,
That's a long time to just sit there and stare at,
If the
Yeah,
movie
that's
was
why you're
40
going there.
but
minutes,
he's a
it would be
movie
too
guy.
long
But
for
he's
me.
a movie guy. I'm trying to stay
I
away.
understood that movie better than you.
I understand that, but he also like gets as high as he can, and then when he gets there, he like puts his hood over. He does. Whose phone is that?
God damn it, Ryan.
It's fine. It's not.
No, I'm joking.
No, it's fine.
B, you don't have to stop. You can continue.
No, we'll wait till it.
Yeah, it's that one.
That's
No,
okay.
that's all right.
So yeah,
That's all.
I hope everything's all right. Do you need to pick it up?
No.
Oh.
God no.
God no. So I thought the movie was excellent.
He has questions about your roast set.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I don't know. Well, you liked it too, right?
I thought the movie was excellent. It was long.
The parts that you saw.
I fell asleep
what that
a little
was
in the
amazing.
beginning and a little right before the very end.
So like right when they established all the things that you
no,
needed,
but I
And
know
then-
what's
when they
going
wrap it
on.
up.
and then right as they wrapped it up.
No, because it was a pretty easy story to follow, and a lot of the things was
For
just
a 3.5
dialogue.
hour movie.
It was a 3.5 hour movie with
Feels
just a
unnecessary.
ton of dialogue. They
Yeah.
probably could have cut some of it out. I think that's why I was able to conk out and still.
Are you gonna watch it again when it comes on Apple TV?
100%. Yeah,
What about Oppenheimer? Just stay awake the whole thing.
that I wouldn't fall asleep in. I can't wait for that.
I haven't
fell
seen that.
asleep.
I haven't seen that yet.
I'm not
I
interested.
watched the
in that
first
one.
15 minutes and the last 25 minutes.
What'd you think?
I mean, from what I saw, it was pretty boring.
See, but the only like it wasn't that it was long and I could watch those movies. I mean, I've watched JFK twice in a day. I was just exhausted. I knew I was going to fall asleep.
You know
And
he
I'm not a
died?
movie theater dark guy. I don't like to be in the dark watching movies.
And I love the dark. When I watch movies at home, I like the lights out.
So how are we gonna do this Oscar thing? If you want this Oscar movie nomination thing?
Well,
You hate
aren't
me?
And I'll
most of
crush
them at
every
home?
single one of them.
No. You
Listen-
can watch some of them at home. Some of them are streaming, but you got.
I'm ready.
You definitely have to go to the theater.
Yeah,
to
we
watch
gotta go to a theater for a
good
couple.
yeah,
I know what I need to do.
I sent you the one.
You don't have to worry about me. I'm going to crush all this.
I'm keeping a log now of like I'm listening to conversations about possible nominations, like people that
When
the
did they come out
conversations.
with the list?
I don't know.
I want to start as soon as I can.
In
I-
March,
I've already have a few movies
No.
done that I know will be nominated
it's-
that I've seen this year.
November.
They usually
No,
do it.
maybe
they might
beginning
they
of
might
the
wait
year
till
or-
December.
Yeah.
Before they drop
Yeah,
it.
maybe.
I'm not worried, but I'll be fine going and watching
Yeah, so
all of
I'm
them.
keeping a list. I got a list of potential
Give me some.
Oscar nominations.
Are there some? If there's any streaming now, I'd like to get them under my belt.
Well, I think
Flowers
this
of
is
the
going
Moon's
to
gonna be on
All
there.
right, well, I'm
Oppenheimer
glad-
will be on there.
I have to watch Oppenheimer.
Barbie.
Barbie.
Barbie's going to be
Barbie.
on there. What's the other one that came out around? I don't know. Barbie came out at the same time as Oppenheimer.
Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3.
I've never
It
seen.
might be
Gar-
nominated
Gar-
for
That probably will be like a special
yeah,
effects
special
nominee
effects or something like that. Yeah. So
There's a lot, but
yeah.
This is going to be a hell of a thing. But I enjoyed going to the movies, and I enjoyed watching Chick. So like, I'm going to try to, because it's been a few years since I went to the movies, to be honest.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna, I can see
It's fun
myself
to
enjoying
get
that.
back into it.
And
yeah.
I'm a daytime movie guy too. That's like at
I'm
night.
also up better at night.
See, at
See,
night
I
I
would
would
rather
fall
go to that
asleep.
movie at midnight. I'll be up easier than I would at 1 o'clock.
I was doing 3 movies in a theater in a day. Like last year, right before, like I was trying to squeeze them in. I was bouncing around the city. I would go like the Angelica over here, and then I'd
yeah?
go to like IFC, and like
Yeah.
trying to find out where all the movies are playing. I would do 3 in a day.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Listen, I could do that. I used to do double movies, but yeah, this one I was just exhausted. I knew it was going to happen, but
good.
it was still an excellent movie.
The stand is okay. The mic is yeah. Oh, I can move this. He just lets me move it as much as possible. Okay.
The acting in that was fantastic.
Great
I would imagine
actors.
so.
And
Yeah.
very well in the Scorsese movie.
In what? In Barbie.
What's
I'm
which
talking
one?
about Killers of the Flower Moon
Killers of the
still.
Flower Moon. Great story, really good story. I didn't know much about it, so it was like really interesting.
I bought the book and never read it. I was
See,
really
I
excited
heard
by
the book was excellent too. I
Yeah.
want to get the audio. I'm not a big read guy.
Yeah.
I'd rather listen to it, but I want to get that. I've been looking for documentaries on it. I liked what he did at the end. A lot of people didn't like it.
I love you.
I know that I've been on this show too often when you guys have zero regard for how I feel. You guys talking about you might.
What
be
do you
speaking
want
a
us to
different-
interview you?
No, you guys might be speaking a different language. Like I don't fucking know a thing you guys are saying.
It's the
What are you
movie.
talking
You
about?
didn't see the movie.
What are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
The Killers of the Flower Moon.
What the fuck is that?
You don't even know what that
the Killers
is.
of the Flower
It's
Moon
the
is?
new Scorsese movie with DiCaprio.
It's literally like
De
billboards
Niro.
everywhere for this thing. Have you driven into the city since you've been here? I know for a fact. There's 3 billboards for it on the way into Manhattan.
I don't know what it is.
It's been on every commercial. If you've watched any TV, you see it.
Yeah, Martin Scorsese's everywhere promoting it because the actors can't promote it. So like he's got his face everywhere.
Why can't the actors?
Because
This
of
is
the strike.
sad.
No, I thought the strike's over.
The writers
Nah,
guild strike is over.
Oh, the actors are still okay.
Yeah,
you know?
they had a thing, and then which how come SNL can be on?
They're like a whole different category.
Oh,
What
because they're
are
not
they?
screen actors.
Sketch.
Yeah, they're not
No, but
Screen
regular
Actors Guild
actors could
and
be in
then-
the screen actors.
There's like
But
I
after
actually
is
heard they were talking
television.
about this on a show the other day, and it was about they just fall into a different category. It's like a live, like
There's something else
variety show
that you're
or
allowed
something
to
like
do
that.
too. That like I don't understand why.
So
I don't know that I've
movies are
ever
being
been.
made?
No. Well, the Screen Actors Guild have given a pass to some independent movies
Okay.
because there's like certain guidelines and stuff.
Oh, that's right. There has been. You're
so
right.
there's
You're
been
right. I've
there's
heard
like
about that.
indie movies, and it's also like it's not the indie movie production that is the problem. It's the big
Hollywood studios.
production. Yeah, it's production companies that. But Nate on SNL, I don't think I've ever been more excited about. it
Yeah,
than
I
SNL.
want to watch that. For
Like,
sure.
Who's doing it?
That's this Saturday.
Nate
Nate-
Bargatze.
Nate
Bargatze? Oh,
hosting
nice.
SNL. Yeah.
Yeah, I think he'll be good on that show.
I don't know if he'll be good. I think that's maybe
I
why
think
I'm
he will,
interested.
but-
I'm just interested to see what they write from because he's so like he's not an actor. He doesn't do like big characters.
That's why I think he'll
He's
be
doing
good.
monotone characters. Is that what they're gonna write for him?
I
Who
can
are the
see-
writers right now for SNL? Like, do you know the? Are they
tell
Well, I know
names?
Casey Sharnima does the update, works on update, and what's her name? Yeah, like a bunch of like New York comics are doing stuff.
Interesting.
Do you remember Emily Wilson?
Yeah.
Her boyfriend is Do Not Destroy. Please don't destroy.
Please don't destroy.
The shorts, the video shorts. Her boyfriend is one of those guys.
So Neil, what is going on with you?
The guy's got great segues, huh? He has got-
I felt like we were getting flat there. You know, it's
don't ever think.
Okay. Yeah. What's going on with you? Let's talk about you.
Come on, tell us.
No, I got nothing.
That was terrible acting. I feel like it was like, so Neil, what is going on with you? It just reminded me of when me and Monique.
This is why he doesn't know about SAG. He's not. In
me
the
and Monique
guild.
were hiking, and it was almost
Hiking.
almost a 4 mile hike, and
4 miles.
and it was rough. And towards the end, we were
Yeah,
like,
it was rough.
towards the end, we were like,
Yeah, definitely in the end, it was rough.
I don't know what this metaphor. This,
Yeah, metaphor.
this innuendo that you're painting is.
Yeah, in your endo.
he's trying to get around it again.
So
That's good.
I decided I was going to make like a bad joke to the next person that like we passed because we didn't pass a lot of people, but it was like we were both of us exhausted. I'm going to ask the next person to come. I'm like, is there an elevator up this way? Like, in the middle of the woods.
Yeah, like
You know,
bad joke.
Yeah, exactly. So I was like, I saw somebody coming. Wow, am I going to do this? Because I don't want to like make people feel like I'm having fun at their expense. So I was like, is there an elevator up there? And like, they're like, oh yeah. So I did it a couple of times, and like I'm like, I'm not doing it anymore. But then she did it, but she did it. She's such a bad line reading. I was like, she was like, excuse me, is there an elevator up there? I'm like, you're a terrible actress. I'm like,
The cadence is all
like,
off.
like an
She's
actress
like,
from the
she's like,
20s.
excuse me, have you heard of elevators? And you're like, what? And she's like, oh, wait. It
See, the
goes,
thing about the elevators.
A lot of ups and downs in this business.
I worked at a fudge factory, and boy, is my butthole tired.
But you forget that sometimes people don't just have a, and not to say she's a funny person, but you know, when you go to like read a line, you know, it's, you know, well, I know the three of us know how to do a line reading. I haven't heard you do a line reading. I've never seen you do
That
stand
was
up.
my. I hope that wasn't my
Yeah,
test.
that was it. That's his line reading.
How would you ask for an elevator on a mountaintop?
Yeah. Pretend we're walking down the mountain.
Yeah.
You gotta ask.
Yeah, pretend. Yeah, there you go. Get
I already know it's going to be bad by the way he's doing
into
this.
character. Yeah, no, I love it.
So is there an elevator up there?
I remember
It's very good.
one of the first times I ever acted was on you. We Neil and I did a thing called Dude News.
Oh my gosh. I forgot all about
I thought he was booing it.
Me too. I thought he was getting the boo sign. Yeah.
No,
So
I
I
forgot
played
about that.
a weatherman. A weatherman.
Weatherman.
It's not his last name. It's not Spider-Man, like Goldman. He's a Spider Man.
But he was on coke, and I feel like I just naturally, like, if you're a bad actor, if you start acting, people talk fast. Like it's a common thing for like new actors to
Yeah.
talk, like get nervous and talk fast. So I was doing that, but it just worked because I was supposed to be on coke. But like I look back, I'm like, oh man, I was a terrible act. I've done some little bit of acting, little bits here and there.
I've never really had the.
gotten better, but
I'd love to try and do some acting.
Oh, I thought you were going to be Velocipaster
I couldn't
too.
do it. I had an interview the day where they were doing the feeding.
The feeding. No, the feeding. also,
The
yeah.
filming.
maybe it's,
filming of
maybe
the
it's best
feeding.
you weren't there.
No, I was pissed actually,
It
but
seems like it was like you had a lot of time to do it too. You could have done it, but that sucks.
it's because
I forgot.
Yeah,
Yeah,
about
just
my
the
free
timing
time.
was-
They had their day,
Yeah.
and it was just
Yeah.
like, oh, that sucks.
Was it the day of fudge?
No, because it was the first interview with Fudge.
Fudge Day.
Fudge day. You know, I've
day.
been doing a lot of acting with this whole Jack Adam thing.
Yeah.
And we did the pumpkin picking, as I said. And I did a lot of,
Improv.
a lot of falling. I'm bruised up from head to toe.
Oh.
A lot of falling. I did
Pride
some.
falls?
He picked.
Yeah.
He picked the most fragile guy.
I know.
Yeah.
That's who I am. But I feel like I'm not good, but I'm like getting into the
Good at what? At acting
at
or falling?
acting.
I thought you were pretty good in those. You
I thought
played
it was
the- you
terrible in
played
the first
part.
one, but in the next two coming up, I'm starting to feel like my character,
Yeah.
if I could say that.
Neil's
My
a great
character.
actor. I don't know. You
Oh,
should,
I
like,
could see that. Yeah.
Yeah, you're a good actor. I
When
feel
have you
should-
acted?
Oh, he's done a lot of like
in a bunch
sketches
of
and
stuff,
stuff.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Sketches,
Yeah.
an indie film, and a couple of webisodes, web series.
New Neighbors.
A lot of sketches.
I like it. I want to do more of them.
It's fun. Yeah. Me
It's
too.
I also try not to do like the same character and every. Like I feel like a lot of people do the same character in every thing that they do. Like I don't want to be this. Like it's each sketch isn't the same person. You know. So.
You don't like
Right.
Jason Bateman it. I love Jason Bateman.
Yeah,
but
So do
Yeah,
I, but
yeah,
he's,
he's
the same
guy.
He
Yeah.
is.
That was like Vince Vaughn.
Yeah.
Tim Robinson.
Yeah, he is. Again, like I like these people, but
Like it,
yeah,
love it,
definitely,
yeah.
Listen,
definitely
nothing
are
wrong
the
with it.
same. Definitely, the
Bill
same
Burr's
note.
are great. Every acting thing that he does now is the same character.
it?
I think so. It's an angry dad.
Even
Well, I
like
think-
Mandalorian. Wasn't
I
he
think,
in
well,
Mandalorian?
Oh,
I didn't
Mandalorian-
so
see
the
that.
Mandalorian, he was fantastic,
But
and
also
I forgot.
kind of an angry dad. But I will say Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul, he was
Tough guy.
yeah,
wasn't he?
but it was
Oh,
not the
that's
same.
right. Dude,
not
I
the
forgot.
same.
He was actually great in those.
Not the
No,
same
listen, I'm forgetting
category.
those other ones.
Yeah.
The only reason why I say it is because his main show, the F is for Family,
Yeah, he's an
and
angry
the
dad,
new
yeah.
movie that he just dropped,
Yeah, he's
which
an angry
is going to be
dad,
my
yeah,
pick,
yeah.
was hysterical.
Oh, you watched it?
It was hilarious.
Is it? It looks. I mean,
I want to check it out.
It
but I
looks
don't know.
bad. You saying?
when I
What
was
do you
like,
think it's going to be? I'll tell you if it's
I
because it
was
wasn't like, oh, it's a
Bill
great
Burr,
movie.
sick, and then I watched the trailer and I was like, ugh.
It does look like a family.
It is.
Film
It's a
sort of
family,
thing,
but it's him and Bobby Cannavale just fucking. Is that how you pronounce his last name?
Carnivale?
Kind of. Is that how do you pronounce it?
Can of volley.
What'd I say? Carnivale?
Carnivale.
You said carnival.
Carnivale.
Carnivale.
Bobby Carnival.
Bobby Cannavale.
He was fantastic in it.
I think
it's
I'm-
just
I'm
them
always-
making fun of woke society and how hard it is to
Yeah, I'm
parent. in
so
that.
bored of that topic.
So
But
boring.
everyone
Yeah.
has to do it because you can't. I don't know. I
you don't
get
have
it.
to do it. Do you know how much content there is? I watched a comedy special yesterday. It was so
Who? Hannah Gadsby.
Joe Pera. It was so refreshing to be like,
I
yeah,
like
you
Joe
can
Pera.
still do comedy. That's not like this is a completely original comedy special.
He's a very original guy. You know.
Yeah, but anything. And then I watched one a couple weeks ago
think
that
I
was
know
like, you wouldn't probably like him.
I
He's-
thought
he
the
does a-
movie was
he
going to
does
be
a- he does a
terrible.
character.
I just found myself
it is a
laughing with
character,
it.
but
Like
Is
I
it-
was
by the way,
laughing throughout
do
the
you know?
movie.
Is it a character?
I met him one time, and he was very much the character. But
So maybe it's not the character.
I
Maybe that's
think
just
there's
who
a
he is.
little. I think it's a.
But how can you be that smart, like, and also be the who he's being? So he plays kind of like a slow guy, like he kind of talks slow. He
He's
seems
a
like
guy from Buffalo. Well, he's got
Buffalo,
like the
Detroit,
Buffalo,
Michigan?
yeah.
Well, Buffalo.
Buffalo.
I
Buffalo,
think he's
Michigan.
great. But it's just like, yeah, you don't like. We don't need to talk
it
about
Buffalo,
woke.
Michigan?
Like, and Bill Burr, it's like you've beat that to death. Like, aren't you tired of talking about this?
I kind of agree with you, and
Like,
I do
I'm
want to
tired
see
of hearing
this
about
movie.
it. How are you not tired of talking about it?
I was intense.
Just get like, but I'm not like.
No,
this
no,
is,
I
like,
get
not
it.
directed at you. This anger, but
I
it's
get it.
directed, like, just move past it, and then nobody's going to talk about it again. Like, if you just do what you want to do, but it's almost like you're leaning on that.
But I think Burr does like push through it. I don't. Does he like? I know that
His
he's got
last
this
special,
movie.
that was like to me that like it was all
he does
talked
talk about that. Yeah, I didn't. I don't know if I saw the last special fully through.
I feel like it's just always his thing is just to bitch and complain about everything, and it just
Yeah, I
happens.
think-
that
But
that's
it,
what's
I guess
going
maybe
on,
it is
so
a
it's
tired.
repetitive. But I
yeah.
think his shtick in general is just to bash everything.
I think I'm just tired of that angle. of
Exactly.
comedy.
No, and I get it.
It's
I
just
do
a very
think
like
that he does have an interesting, because he does surprise you sometimes. You think he's gonna be like, "This is bullshit," and he's like, "This is bullshit
Yeah.
that people think that." You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and you're
yeah.
like, "Oh, I
Yeah.
see. That's interesting."
I'm a big fan of Burr, so maybe I'm a
yeah,
little
me too.
biased too. But I was just laughing, and I thought I was not going to like the movie, but I thought it was hysterical.
You know who I think got a bad rep is Bill Cosby. Speaking of Bill's,
I always found it funny because like I think he had a lot of creative freedom on this movie, and I'm always
Well, he directed it.
right.
oh, it's a movie.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's a movie.
Netflix.
Yeah.
I always find it funny when people are like, "Oh, they really gave me creative freedom, and they kind of didn't give me a lot of notes." And I'm always like, "I would hate that because if it sucked, it's like
It's all on you.
You want to blame. I don't trust myself enough to be like, "Oh, I want to write this and direct this," and it's like I want all the
Do the whole thing, get the creative freedom. No one says shit, and then in an interview, you're like, I don't know, man. A lot of people gave me a lot of direction. You know, it's, if you don't like it, it's everyone else's fault. To be
Yeah.
honest.
Oh,
And
you'll
everyone
love
else
it? You'll
is
love
like,
it?
What?
yeah. Guy showed up with a flash drive and we plugged it in and uploaded it. Yeah, no, I would never be able to do that. I
But
was like,
I didn't know
Yeah,
he
'cause they
directed it
wouldn't like
until
you.
the end.
no, but yeah, but like just the confidence wise, like I would,
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, I guess also if you're like well, are we boring you?
No.
If
Yeah.
you get like to that point, you know what I mean? Like he's been a successful stand-up for like 20 years.
yeah, but stand up is a completely different.
Yeah, but also he acts and he does other things.
Yeah, he's
It's
been
like
well around.
you
He's been
get
around.
to a point where you're like, yeah, I can do. I can,
Right,
I can
yeah,
do
right.
this.
He's been on sets. He's been in movies. He's been in shows. He's been around.
He's written a lot of television.
Yeah, once you're on set, I guess you see how things go. I could do that. Yeah. Like the whole reason why I ever thought I could do comedy because you watch comedy and be like,
And
oh, I kind of
also
see what they're doing.
with the making a film. Also, it's a very collaborative effort.
Yeah.
So it's like if you have like if you have a cinema like Jack Adam can shoot the fuck out of a thing. Like I'll bring on Jack to shoot it, and I'll just convey my vision, and I believe that Jack would help me with the vision. And I'm like, and I'm gonna bring in Ryan and Liptak and Ben and Hoffman to write with me because like they understand my voice and they know how to write. You know what I mean? And it's like so at,
Well, yeah,
at a
there's
certain
so many people involved.
yeah. It's so collaborative that like it's just his vision, and then at a certain point he's just trusting the best people he knows
Yeah.
to do the things that they're best at. You know what I mean? Like, like when I need something produced, like I come to you first. I'm like, oh, like he'll know how to like do the OSB or whatever it's OBS or. He'll know how to shoot it. He'll have 3 cameras, or with my special is like I'll go to Dubin because I know Dubin knows how to do what Dubin knows how to do, and like, I don't know.
But sometimes I think I worry sometimes that I'm just so impressed that the thing looks like a thing, like I don't know, is this podcast good, or I like the fact that like, hey, yeah, we're talking to mics, we produces, it gets uploaded. It's like, yeah, this is like what podcast looks like, and then I'm impressed by that, not the content at all. But like you make a movie, and it's like, oh my god, it's like, look at us, we're talking, we're story.
Yeah, we
there's
made
a story.
it. It's not good, but we
like
made
I'm
it.
just impressed with the fact that the thing got made and it looks like the things that I like. But like, it's
that's
like,
all it
oh,
is.
it's like kind of like a joke. It's almost like a joke. But yeah, but is it a good joke? Would somebody who
That's all
wasn't involved with the
perception.
creation of it care?
Yeah, but
That's very objective.
like I feel like I'm about to get defensive for you because like if you're really feeling not confident about it, it's like, well, all it is to look like the thing. You know what I mean? Like if you look like the thing, you're the thing.
Yeah.
So
It
like,
looks like it.
yeah, if it looks like a duck and it quacks like a duck, fuck it. It's
A duck.
it's gonna have awesome.
Fuck the duck?
It's gonna be. It's gonna have
looks
a
like
weird.
a duck and it quacks
it's
like
gonna
a
have
By the
a
way, that
weird-
was a line in the movie
Fuck it.
yesterday.
It's gonna have a weird
Fuck a
cock.
duck.
Yeah.
Oh,
So like, you know what I mean?
Did
Like,
you sleep through that?
Probably slept through that.
Yeah, you're right.
you know what I'm
but
saying?
it has
Like,
to have
your
you know,
shit looks like real shit. So then you make real shit. Like the content is subjective.
Yeah.
The production value is objective. So
Oh, I don't question. I believe that this is a good podcast. Like, if you like this type of podcast,
That was my next question.
If you like this type of
This
podcast,
type
I
of
believe.
podcast. All right. So
Yeah,
this-
like guys
he
sitting
doesn't,
around talking.
he doesn't
Yeah.
like it. He doesn't.
No,
like it.
this is the type of I make the type of podcast I love to listen to.
he lies to us a lot because sometimes he says I watch back and he genuinely laughs.
I do.
Is that true?
Yeah, yeah, I do. That clip that we posted, I literally have watched that
I
over and
love
over
that
again.
clip.
Which clip? Which clip?
Where Ice talks about not wanting to do too many things like at the Apollo. I don't want to go to the Apollo and to Sylvia's at the same night.
His Cotton Club.
'Cause-
punch.
And then when he says he was going to go next to the Cotton Club, like that, I truly that cracks me up. I mean, I think
I
you're
like
very funny.
funny. Well,
so,
I
yeah.
think you're very funny.
I'm okay being the straight
See,
man.
what is that? I don't know why that
I
came
think
out
I play.
like that.
I think I play the straight man, but that's fine. I'm okay with that role here. Yeah.
You think that you two
You're the straight one?
I think that's me on the show.
No,
You're
no,
the
no.
straight man?
Well, like the bland one.
No.
No, you're the-
Remember we talked about tell a
I
joke, be a
disagree.
joke, but there's also the guy. There's also the guy. That's a legitimate role in a show.
I guess.
is the goofy guy who's like can laugh at himself.
Yeah, no,
Tell
that's
a joke.
true.
Well, I think we're all be a joke at times. We're all tell a joke at times.
Yeah.
But I think I'm more of like the
Well, you're
producer aspect of it.
the curator.
Who? Him. That's
I'm the
You're the
Opie.
boss.
I'm the
Maestro.
Opie of the show. I direct
You're
the
not
show. Yeah.
By the way, great job on Jim and Sam. I have to tell you again.
Ah, thanks, man.
You know, you were. We talked about it quick last week, and I texted you, but I enjoyed your segment. So I feel like you should be on that show all the time, and you should be on bigger shows. Not that we're trying to get rid of you.
I was when he texted about coming on here again. I was like I wanted to tell him.
We gonna
Like,
get the Jim Norton.
No. See, tell a joke. There you go. That was
Yeah.
good. That was a legitimate joke. No, I was going to tell him I never watched.
Yes.
Actually, I just thought about this today that I've never seen. What's that Boston movie with Matt Damon and Ben
Good Will
Affleck?
Hunting?
Good Will- Never seen it.
You never
yeah.
seen it?
No.
Yo,
Yeah,
on.
I think
There's a
I should
great
Even
line.
I've seen that.
I just thought of
there's
it
a
today.
great
and I'm
line
like,
about fruit.
but didn't he kind of wanted him to move on at one point? Like one of the friends, I want you to
Yeah,
not
they're
come
like-
The whole
back
movie's
here.
Ben
They're like,
Affleck
get-
trying to tell him that you're
Yeah,
not. you're,
get the fuck out of town, man. You're
so
better than us.
When you respond, I wanted to tell you, I'm like, dude, you've moved past. Like, you can't come back to the adult babies. Like, you did
Yeah.
Jim and Sam. Like, move forward. Don't come back here. Because if somebody looks
I
you up,
look at it like
face.
you did Jim and Sam. Let's get him back on.
yeah, but I'm looking for his benefit, not for mine. Like, I'm thinking like if people find out, he's like, then if somebody follows him and like now he's doing this shitty podcast is like if you
Right.
you gotta be
say
you gotta
that.
be the thing.
I have to say that.
You are who you're with.
Yo,
All right, hey.
Yes. And let me tell you this, that I don't care. Listen, I want to be the best to ever do it. I've said it before. I'll say it again. I want to be the best. And if I get to the top of that mountain, you know what I'm going to do on a Tuesday when I'm on Long Island? The fucking adult babies.
Well, that we
Every
expect that.
time,
I believe
forever.
I could see that.
I love
Because
it.
there is no point. There is no point in being successful if you can't share that success with the people that helped you get successful.
I believe that. And by then I'll get you your nice
I'll
mic stand.
listen,
and we'll-
I'm gonna twist
can
this
sit
mic.
here.
I've been on Jim and Sam.
Yeah.
I'll twist this mic.
He's
What'd you do to their
he's like,
mics?
he's like, I'll come back.
I played with it the whole time.
He's like, I'm gonna come back on Adult Babies. But I'm gonna play with his mic.
I'm gonna
I'll
play
tell you
with
that.
this fucking mic.
Jim
And
and
I
Sam
believe
didn't
that.
drop
And
me.
I think the same thing. I have daydreams of like being a huge star. Why? Like I'm making no steps to make that happen. But like if I were, I would still want to do all this like the same shit. Like I would
Yeah.
want to. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would be a movie star. I'm like, why does he still does this podcast?
I
with his
agree.
group
I
boys?
would-
Like,
I
it's like, yeah, it's
100%
fun.
would.
It's fun.
100%.
Yeah.
If one of you guys blow up, I'm ready to move wherever you're going just to do the podcast.
What if you
It is
blow
what it
up
is.
in the big fudge
Well,
industry?
well, that's different. But you guys are the ones in the entertainment industry.
Dude,
who-
are you gonna ship? Like, will you pack?
I don't know if I'm gonna fudge back yet.
Oh, yeah. So I don't know. Yeah.
Hey, who knows?
If they're hiring.
Got experience.
Yeah, I don't see the point. Like when I see people who get successful and they don't bring their homies with them, like those are the people I gravitate to. And like all my favorite people all do it. So why wouldn't I do it? It just doesn't make sense to me. Like what did you just stepped on those people? You know what I mean? Like those people propped you up your whole life.
Well, that's the difference between stepping on and just being busy and moving forward and making moves you want to make. It doesn't mean that you're stepping on people. It means like, yeah, I did that. I'm in a different
Nah,
place
it's like
now.
it's like that Tough Mudder team thing where you boost the guy up and then he reaches back over and pulls
Yeah, but you're
you
also
up.
you're also a bit of a self-sabotager, so you got to look out for
Me?
that. Yeah.
No,
I
when it
remember
comes to this
I
stuff,
remember when your special was about to come out. It was like 3 days from coming out, and he texted me and a couple other people. And I don't know who was in the group chat because they're just numbers.
I was gonna
came up.
change the name.
Yeah, he was like, "Oh, should I name it this? Should I name it that?" I'm like, "Dude, you've been promoting it as
Why are we gonna do that?
because it's self-sabotage. So if it doesn't do the numbers that he wanted it to do, he can blame it on something because he says, "Well, it would have been done. It would have done better numbers if I would have kept it the name I promoted it, but I made a stupid mistake."
I
So
dis-
he
I
was like,
disagree.
he was like, he wanted to put in like a pre-failure measure so that he can blame it on something if it didn't do the
Is
numbers.
this true?
Yes, that's why he did it.
Look, it is true.
my impression of Dr. Chronopoulos.
Get on the mic, all right?
Fucking guy.
What were you thinking of changing it to in that moment, or was it not even?
I still think it's a funny title. Is my apologies to the fine people of Fort Wayne, Indiana.
Yeah, I'm not saying that any of the other options weren't good options, but you had been promoting it as
Yeah, you
have
put
some
in
dignity.
too much time and effort
For
promoting
months.
it as one
Okay,
thing.
all right, but all I needed was that to be said.
I have
needed to be
the
reminded.
T-shirt.
Which is why I ask the trusted people. I say, "Hey, what do you think about that?" And then he says, "Hey, how you doing?" And I was like,
Hey,
"Oh,
how you doing?
yeah." I was like, "Yeah, what am I doing? Yeah."
What
Now,
are you
if
doing
I
over here?
I always wanted my special to be called "Thank You for Your Time," but then you did the joke "Thank you for your time," and I'm like, if you would have asked me what should I name it, I said you should name it "Thank You for Your Time," because that's a line from the
Yeah.
special.
Well,
And
I'm
it's-
familiar.
and it's
If you didn't know.
and I feel like it's a nice thing to like somebody's watching your special. Thank you for your time.
Oh,
That's
how I
never been
should've-
done before.
That's how I should have ended the thank you list. Thank you for your time.
What a special called "Thank You for Your Time"? No, I mean, but why would it?
I think that's a.
That just happened to
I
be
think
like-
that's a really good name.
Yeah, and it was a line. It's a
Yeah.
punchline in the special. Yeah.
That he wrote.
I happen to
Oh,
write
is
it.
this why we're?
That's why he wants to.
I see.
But I'm just saying before I gave that joke away, I thought if I ever write a
Oh, is that one of the jokes that you took from him?
Yes.
But I thought when I was used to do that joke, I said if I ever do a special, that'll be the name of my special. Is thank you for your time.
Not anymore. It's my special.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
and I can't do it because I want to be like, I can't do the joke.
I took it.
Yeah. Now you need shirts. You need more like a joke.
Thank you for your time shirts.
Yeah.
I have Rick.
It's just so obscure. Yeah, we're running long. Brendan's looking at his time.
No,
and for good reason. Did you find another host for tonight?
No, but that's all right.
I was get there.
I was gonna. What?
Isn't it in 20? Isn't it 17 minutes?
I already let them know. There's another thing tonight. What I was gonna do tonight anyway, so I wasn't gonna host the mic. So I most people are going to that. There's like that dork court thing that Miguel Silva runs.
is there?
Okay.
Yeah. So I think it's
if you ever need
gonna
a fill-in host on another Tuesday night, let me know.
I'll let you know. I tried.
Tuesday nights are good for me so I can
I'll try. I try to schedule my things where I'm around Tuesday
Okay.
nights
Well, in
and
the
Mondays,
future.
but for sure.
unless it's because of this podcast. Because
No.
I'll also do that.
if I have another show, I'll
By the way, we're gonna record, but you have to host his mic.
yeah.
I'll just set everything up.
Yeah, we're gonna go there and do
I'll
it
hit
without
record
you.
and then you leave. Yeah.
But this was fun as always.
It
Right.
is. Neil,
Yeah.
it was great to see you.
Yeah, it was
again.
fun to have you
So,
catch up.
you're in town for what? A week? You're in town next week, right?
One more, like a week and a half.
Do you guys want to do? Oh, you already did Oppenheimer.
I'm gonna go to that Amityville show.
November 3rd.
Yeah, I'll be there.
Me and B are gonna do a haunted house
Oh,
this
yeah, that's
week,
right.
and Ryan
That's
can't
what we
make
mean,
it.
right?
Not do
Really?
haunted house.
I expected you to be a haunted house
I
guy.
am a no.
I'm not either.
Do not scare me.
Really?
Don't scare me. Don't pinch my nipples.
And
Those are
Friday
my
hasn't
two-
changed. You still that's no good for you.
So going to see Colin Quinn. Yeah.
Okay.
Colin Quinn this Friday.
Yeah.
Where?
CW Post, Tiller Center.
I'm in Brooklyn, so never mind.
Yeah.
Show in Brooklyn.
Yeah, I'm opening for,
Looking for a
a
good-
band.
Looking for a good
nice.
restaurant. in the
Who is
area.
this band now?
CW Post?
Looking for a good restaurant near CW Post. Yeah.
Frank's Steakhouse?
Frank Steaks.
Grand Lux Cafe?
That's too far.
On the Border?
Ooh.
Who's this band now?
A band called A Great Big Pile of Leaves.
Nice.
They're like a emo-ish indie band from like 15, 20 years ago.
cool.
And they're having like two reunion shows.
Nice.
And you got somewhere to be after this. You're going to a concert from here.
I'm going to see Bad Religion right now
Where?
at the Paramount.
Paramount's got such a good venue.
Love it. All right.
You just get very quiet.
Yeah,
All
no,
right.
I got good stuff coming up. Opening for those guys. Open for Taking Back Sunday. Oh, I'm not supposed to say, but fuck it, whatever. Open for Taking Back Sunday for the holiday shows.
Where's that? Gonna be? All right, I guess.
There's two at Mulcahy's and two at
I might
Solomon
be at one of
Ballroom.
those at least.
All right, well, let me
So-
know if you
Yeah, no,
wanna
100%.
come hang.
On your calendar, you were writing like the people's initials. So I was
Yeah,
like
yeah.
so I knew Ben Bailey. I knew, and I knew Liz Mealy, and then there was a JJ. Is that and then I was.
Oh,
was that? No, you said. Are you opening for Janelle Jokes? Are you
I
performing with
opened for Janelle Draper last
Draper.
weekend in
Right. Oh, Janelle Jokes. I
Yeah,
know.
yeah,
That's what they
yeah.
call her on
Janelle
Bennington.
Jokes.
Janelle
Yeah.
Jokes.
That's her
Imagine
handle.
that was a real name
That's
as
her
a comic.
handle. But literally when they bring her on
I
Bennington,
see
they
her
call
on like
Janelle
a
Jokes.
dating website.
yeah, she's very
Hinge or something.
Yeah, she's getting
Not as putting her. She's like part of the ad.
Yeah,
Her
she's,
jokes.
She's blowing up. She's
Good for her.
We did Rhode Island together. We'll probably do some more stuff. Like she's a good friend.
good.
Back
Yeah.
in the basement.
I saw I was on Tinder and I saw Jen Kirkman came up on my feed.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't match with her. I, mean, I tried, but this was
I tried.
yeah.
Tried.
She wasn't interested apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have. I'm that whole crew now. So I'm going up with Carmen Lynch Saturday. I'm doing a show with Adrian Appalucci and then Liz Mealy, of course.
She's funny. I started following her after I saw her doing some stuff with you. She's hysterical.
She's great.
Yeah.
She is
She's,
great. I
she's,
enjoyed her YouTube.
Yeah.
Was it documentary? I don't know. It's like 4
She's
parts.
she's as close to a mentor as I have currently. She's really great.
I'm a big fan of hers. I would like to see her live. I've never seen her.
Come to Baltimore Thanksgiving weekend. Come hang out.
Baltimore Thanksgiving.
Tell her
weekend.
I think she's hot.
She knows.
I was
She
gonna
is
say
hot.
that. She's absolutely gorgeous.
No, I
tried
was
fixing-
referencing. I do think she's attractive, but I was just referencing about you earlier telling that the woman that she was pretty.
But I tried hooking you up with her.
Is that true?
Yeah. Because
She wasn't interested.
Well, she had just started dating a boy.
Yeah.
A boy.
if she's single again, Chick's interested.
She already dated a boy.
I'll let her. I'll be like, I'll play her this podcast, and I'll be like, any of these guys,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
pick.
Just pick.
Either of these three idiots.
I'm
Sure,
interested.
I want to
and-
go on record saying he said he said he's still seeing Monique, and I said yes. He goes, oh, okay, cool. I was going to try to hook you up with Liz Mealy, and I said yeah. Oh well, not good time.
Oh yeah, you were also. Yeah. That's what it was.
Yeah,
I
I'm
was
single and
also-
ready to rock. So
Yeah, well, no, she's got a boyfriend.
no, that's
Yeah.
all right.
But now Liz Mealy. Now everybody's coupled up except you.
You're coupled up. Oh, you guys are dating.
No,
we're dating.
we're dating.
Yeah. All
Took
right.
me out yesterday.
This has to end.
But if
Yeah,
you made it
it
this
does.
far,
Yeah.
thank you
We
guys for
appreciate you.
listening. Neil, you're the best. Thank you for coming on.
You guys are the best.
Like and subscribe.
Bye.